guys, today we're going to be talking about identifying rabbit gender. This is an important skill to have whether you're getting a new bunny, you have a bunny, or you would like to add a second bunny. You need to know if you have a boy or a girl, a buck or a doe, a male or a female. So let's go ahead and take a look at some bucks and some does, and I will show you the method that I use to determine whether it is a male or a female. I will compare between a baby versus a young senior compared to a mature senior. Now there's more than one way to hold the rabbit while you tell the gender. I will show you what works for me, and you can decide if that will work for you as well. Let's take a look. Here is a little 4-week-old. So you gently turn the bunny on its back and part the fur carefully around the vent area. Just want to put a little bit of pressure on both sides until you see something pop out a little bit. And this looks like a tube with a hole in the top or a little volcano. I don't know if we can see that. So if you see that little volcano, that means you have a little buck. So sometimes when you get a little baby, it can be difficult to tell whether it's a buck or a doe. This little guy definitely looks like a buck, but occasionally bucks can be split down in the vent area and they have a little slit that looks like a doe, but it will heal as the bunny gets older most of the time. So it makes it look like a doe, but it sometimes can be a buck. So this is a little 5-week-old. Can you get that? Gently press out, and you can see, hopefully you can see, that looks like a little volcano, little tube with a hole in the end, and that is a little buck. Good job, little buddy. So here is an 11-week-old. Everything should be a little bit bigger than the last guy. Gently part the fur. And look at that pop out. So there is an obvious vertical slit there. That means you have a little girl, or a doe as we call it. Good girl, Molly. So this is a young senior, about 6 months old. Let's see what we have. Put a little pressure on either side of the vent, and you can see this is definitely a buck. And on either side there are testicles, and they can pull them up into their body, but you can see there's a little kind of a shriveled sack right now on either side. There we go. So this is definitely a buck. It's much easier to tell when they're older like this than with a baby. So this was little Benny. Good job, Benny. Good job. We knew you were a boy, didn't we? This is a senior who is about 1 year old. Put the fingers on both sides of the vent and gently push. As you can see, there is no tube with a hole on the end. You can see a vertical slit going right down the center. This is a doe. And I also see the absence of testicles on either side. Good job, Mabel. So this is Mabel, definitely a doe. All right, now it's time for a test. I'll show you a bunny bottom and see if you can figure out if it is a buck or a doe. And then you gently press on either side and see what pops out. Do you see that vertical line? That is obviously a doe. You would see a tube with a hole on the end, kind of like a volcano, if that were a buck. Now at this age, you wouldn't see testicles. So that's what makes it a little bit tough when they're younger. But on an 11-week-old, it should be pretty apparent. Okay, so this bunny is about 2 years old. Should be pretty easy to tell. Okay, gently part the fur. Press on both sides. What do you think? This is a buck. There is a testicle over here. Very large. And another one over here. Looks like a pink kidney bean. You'll never eat chili again and think of it the same way. So this little guy is Timmy. So there you have it, Bunny Gender Identification 101. Hopefully you've learned a few tips and tricks that will help you identify whether your bunny is a buck or a doe. If you have any questions, feel free to post them and I will do my best to get to them. Thanks for watching.